Hey guys, it's SOAMJENA and today I'm going to tell you about the 5 common mistakes which everyone does while shooting slow-mo in any of the cameras. So slow-mo is great, it really adds a nice dynamic to your footage. I love slow-mo, but you need to keep few things in mind while shooting slow-mo. Point 1. Shoot at the highest frame rate your camera supports. For example, GH5 supports up to 180 frames per second, A7S2 supports up to 120 frames per second. So you need to shoot a really high frame rate if you're really going to use or make the footage slow-mo in the post. But you have to decide the frame rate as per the situation. It's not like if your camera supports 240 frames per second or 180 frames per second or 120 frames per second, you always have to shoot at that frame rate. No, you need to decide as per the situation. It doesn't always make or look good the footage at the complete slow-mo like. Just decide as per the footage you are looking to have, and do not shoot at 24 frames per second. Slow it down to 50% in your NLE editor. That's going to make the footage look really choppy. Here is an example. Point 2. Avoid shooting slow-mo footage in the low light. If you have really planned for some slow-mo footage in the storyline, try carrying some lights. If you do not have the lights, since the shutter is really fast like 100 or 200, so basically you are going to have flickering all through the footage. Here is an example. Point 3. Do not forget to detach the audio from the slow-mo footage timeline in your NLE editor during the post-production. If you do not remove this audio, this is how it's going to sound. Point 4. Use a gimbal. Do not depend on the IBIS of your camera or image stabilization of your camera unless your camera is really shooting at really higher frame rate like 240 frames per second or 180 frames per second. If your camera supports up to 60, do not depend on the IBIS. It's really going to have similarly shaky footages. Use a gimbal if you have. Here are some examples with the gimbal and without the gimbal. Point 5. Do not shoot slow-mo at the widest aperture your lens supports. For example, if you have a 50mm 1.4, you do not want to stay at 1.4 because you are going to get out of focus while you're sliding or panning or doing anything. You need to find a sweet spot like a 4, 5.6 something, so that all of your subjects are in focus and your slow-mo are going to look really crazy and beautiful. So those are the 5 common mistakes which you need to avoid while shooting slow-mo. And if this is your first time to this channel, consider subscribing for more tutorials like this. And if you've still got any questions about this video or about slow motion, let me know in the comment section below. Smash the subscribe button if you haven't done it yet, and don't forget to click on the bell icon to stay updated. I will see you next time.